friends and colleagues, during this wonderful, enthusiastic 48 hours of celebration of an outstanding personality, the incarnation of a discipline, I had a spontaneous idea. It was not among this 1.5 years of secret preparation to propose to you to give Wolfgang the informal title of a dean or doyen of Austrian demography. Thank you very much.
So now, Wolfgang, your time.
Wow, what an event. I was told I shouldn't speak at this meeting, and this was the only thing I knew about the meeting. So I'm not going to give a speech. I just tried to maybe share with you some of the feelings I had, and actually it's rare for me to talk about this feeling public, but there were 4 big feelings that sort of altered which one was dominant. The first feeling really was absolute surprise, and this dominated all of Monday afternoon, and I was just told to be here at 1 p.m. and be prepared for the unpreparable, and then I just, one of the others, saw good friends, very famous demographers, distinguished people coming in the door. I had no idea they would travel around the globe just to come here to this event, honoring my birthday. So this was sort of absolute surprise. I mean, it's quite. Many people didn't believe it was possible to hide it from me, because there are so many internet sites. I looked, there was nothing on our website. There was no erroneous email message sent to me from which I could derive some information. So that is really a big compliment to the efficiency of the organizers and the whole institute to really keep it completely secret. The second feeling then, after the surprise subsided a little, was really feeling proud. Very proud, not so much about the scientific writings that I published, which of course was also nice to see it again, and some of them I didn't remember. It was nice to be reminded what I've done and evidently written about in the earlier years and how it had been followed up. But I'm mostly proud of having made fantastically good choices in the people who come to Vienna. This is really, I mean, it's such an impressive group of people here in the Wittgenstein Center, and all these sort of state-of-the-art summaries that you had heard over these 2 days are really not just cutting-edge, but also well-prepared, very thoughtful, and also they always had this nice personal touch somehow. So I really felt very proud of being privileged to lead this group of 3 pillars in the Wittgenstein Center here in Vienna. So this brings me to the next feeling that also quite often came up, and that's the feeling of obligation. In so many lectures, it was clear that there is still an unfinished research agenda. I mean, I look at Nico in terms of matching the probabilistic approach with the multi-dimensional approach, and wherever you look, and what just Raya told you, there are so many burning questions still to be tackled on, and I can promise you I will really do my best to commit my strengths to working on this together with the team. I mean, it's such a powerful team, and probably the team shouldn't grow too much anymore. I mean, Nathan Kiefitz was very wise. He once gave me the recommendation at YASA, have a small team with good people that's better than a big team with some not so good people. And of course, we've already grown, but I think we're pretty much the maximum, and the quality of people really matters much more. And I also do have an obligation, and this picks up sort of with Brian's comment of sort of further engagement of the population community with the global environmental change and sustainable development community. And it was mentioned as a surprise, just also this Monday morning, I got the message from the UN that the Secretary General invited me to be one of these 15 independent experts worldwide who should supervise the entire process of evaluating the Sustainable Development Goals. And as you know, the Sustainable Development Goals are sometimes summarized. There are 169 specific targets. It's far too many. But in order to sort of set priorities, they talk about several Ps. And the first two P's are people and planet. And then there come prosperity, peace, and partnership, but they are sort of derived. So the planet, clearly, that's an entity that's our life support system. Without a healthy planet, we couldn't exist. But of course, our main interest is on the people. It's on the quality of life, or the well-being of the human population on this planet. And I think this has come through in many of the presentations over the days. Demography can play a special role in sort of comprehensively capturing all that is important about people. It's our characteristics, our attributes, as you may call it, whether we are hungry or not, whether we are healthy or not, whether we are empowered or not, whether there's gender equity. This is all things that happens with people or in relations among people. So I think we have a great future as a discipline, also engaging more with this sustainable development in the larger scale. And finally, the last feeling which dominates right now is gratefulness. And I'm so grateful for all of you to take the time and burden to travel all around from all corners of the world to come together here. It's been such a nice mixture of scientific lectures with personal touch that actually I summarized. We happen to have the doyen or the dean of Austrian historians, Gerhard Sturz here. He has given us the honor of his presence. And he has a scientific career at least twice as long as mine so far. And he came to me and said, Wolfgang, in my whole scientific career, I've never saw such a well-fitting and nice academic celebration. So congratulations to the organizers. And that's my last word. And here I'm in a difficult position because I know nothing about the meeting. I don't know who has organized it, who to thank. I assume Alexia, Sergei, Warren, and Richard played a role, and Heike, and Petra, and the other Inga, and so on, sitting in the back. So I just give a great thank you, and maybe Alexia can identify a bit more the people that they should personally be addressed, because I'm ignorant. Thank you so much all for coming.
I promise it will be a very brief speech, in principle a lot of kind of administrative things, but let me first resolve the puzzle for Wolfgang. As I already started 2 days ago, we had an idea at YASA during lunch, very productive, and then this idea could not work out without the help, so it was Sergei, Warren and I who had the idea to do something, and then we involved all the other people and they worked for us. So it's really, let me give a big thanks to all the administrative staff of VAT, of YASA and of the VU Biller of the Wittgenstein Center. And it was not only the administrative staff, but it was really this work together with the administrative staff and all the scientists who helped us to identify which people we should really try to address to come over to Vienna, etc. So, to be honest, Wolfgang, we managed to work 1.5 years without asking you for advice. So, that's dangerous. But now we are happy, we are starting to really ask you for the next, I think, couple of years again for advice and help. So many thanks, especially to all the guests who joined us during the last 2.5 days, and it was amazing. I mean, almost everyone we addressed came. We had only a few people who couldn't join us, and I just see it in this room, you are still here, and this is, I think, the best, present you can give to Wolfgang and to us. Now, your work is not over so far, to be honest, because we also wanted to have a Festschrift. I'm not sure if there's an English translation, Bill. We can say Festschrift, yes? We want to have a Festschrift for Wolfgang. And I think the best is to have it as the Vienna Yearbook of Population Research, and all of you have a leaflet in your folders. And I would really like, I think many of us already agreed to send us an article based on your talk. And we also offer a second track. I mean, those who don't want to write a full paper, I mean, being refereed, etc. I think it's also possible to send us a note, which we would also publish in the Vienna yearbook for this special event of Wolfgang's birthday. And there's a strict deadline by the end of March. And we are happy, I think, to give you more feedback. And the managing editor, it's Natalie Nietzsche, and the guest editors will be Warren Sanderson, Sergei, and myself. And maybe we can ask Wolfgang for advice then. Then there's another announcement. There will be a tour to the kind of really the rooms of the Wittgenstein Center here at the WU. And Lisa, maybe you want to say something. Lisa will guide you to our offices. Whoever is interested to have a look also at our offices where all these productive ideas happen to really be created. I think Lisa can show you the rooms at the offices and our Nathan Kiefitz library and Lothar Posse room. So Lisa, would you like to say a point where to meet?
Yes, I'm going to wait for you after the final announcements here, and we go together to the Institute. I'm happy to show you our secret place.
And there is another announcement. Those who have not yet written maybe a few words or at least a signature into the guest book, it's still there. And please, maybe before you leave, just give us at least your signature that you have been here for personal reasons to show it to Wolfgang afterwards as well. And one more thing, I mean, as you have seen in the back there, we have a lot of publications there, and we would be happy if you take some of them with you. They are for you, and you can take them away from the booth. And now it's time to ask Sergei and Warren, maybe, do you want to say any kind of like final words?
Congratulations, Wolfgang. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Wolfgang.